So, deep inside your brain, there's this tiny, hidden organ that's basically the master clock for your entire body. It's pretty incredible. Today, we're going to dive into what it is, the pineal gland.
I mean, seriously, what if just one tiny part of your brain controlled your entire day? Think about that. We're talking about a single, small structure acting like the conductor for the whole orchestra of your daily energy, your sleep, even your mood. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this mystery conductor, it's totally real.
And that's what we're here to do today. We're going to pull back the curtain on this secret rhythm section of the brain. So what is this powerful little thing?
Okay, here it is. It's called the pineal gland. And you know why? It's named for its shape, because it looks just like a tiny pine cone. And its location, get this, it's right in the geometric center of the brain. Seriously, don't let its size fool you. Its influence is absolutely massive. All right, let's break it down, kind of like a spec sheet. Its location is super important, tucked away safely right between the two hemispheres. Its main job? Well, that's to produce and pump out the hormone we've all heard of, melatonin. And all of that leads to its master function, running your body's internal clock. You know, your circadian rhythm.
So you might be wondering, how does it actually work? Well, it all comes down to this really simple, elegant, and ancient biological rhythm, almost like a dance. The dance between light and dark.
And it all starts with your eyes. See, when light, doesn't matter if it's sunlight or from a lamp, hits your retinas, a signal zips along a nerve pathway straight to the pineal gland.
So what happens when the lights go out? Well, the absence of that light signal is its own message. It's basically telling the gland, okay, it's time to get to work.
And this right here, this is the core of the whole process. During the day, light is telling the gland, hey, hold back on the melatonin, and that's what keeps you awake and alert. But at night, in the dark, the gland just ramps up melatonin production, giving your body the cue for sleep. It's that simple. Just think of it like this. Light is the off switch for melatonin.
You see, this rhythm is absolutely fundamental to our health. But in our crazy modern world, what happens when this delicate balance gets all thrown out of whack?
And this is exactly why that balance is so critical. Melatonin is so much more than just the sleep hormone. Yeah, it regulates our sleep, for sure, but it also supports our immune system and acts as a really powerful antioxidant, protecting our cells from damage. Its job is truly system-wide.
Okay, so here's the problem. Our modern lives are just filled with things that mess up this natural cycle. Think about it. Artificial light at night, and especially that blue light from our phones, our tablets, our TVs, it literally tricks the pineal gland into thinking it's still daytime. And what does that do? It suppresses that vital melatonin release. And on top of all that, even just the natural process of aging can slow down its production.
And the impact of this imbalance? It's something I bet a lot of us have felt. Not enough melatonin? You're looking at insomnia, disrupted sleep, the works. But on the flip side, if the gland's function is messed up in other ways, it can lead to being sleepy all the time, or even mood swings. See? Balance is everything.
But the story of this gland gets even weirder. It goes way beyond just biology. For centuries, its really unique nature has led to some truly fascinating ideas and some pretty surprising scientific discoveries.
For instance, the famous 17th century philosopher René Descartes, he was so blown away by its unique central spot in the brain that he called it the principal seat of the soul. I mean, he thought it was the literal point where our mind and our body connected. How cool is that?
Okay, here's a strange one for you. As we get older, the pineal gland actually starts to collect these tiny calcium crystals. They're sometimes called brain sand. It's a totally normal process, but what's really interesting is that these deposits are actually useful for doctors. They make the gland show up on an X-ray, which helps them pinpoint the exact center of the brain.
And finally, get this, it's kind of a loner in the body's hormonal system. Even though it's an endocrine gland, it doesn't really report to any other organ. Nope. Instead, it takes its cues directly from the nervous system, those light signals we talked about, and then it just sends its hormonal message, melatonin, out to the entire body. It does its own thing.
And all of this brings us to a final, pretty big question. Knowing that we have this ancient, light-sensitive clock just ticking away at the center of our brains, how do we protect its rhythm? Especially in a world that's constantly lit, always on, and just never seems to sleep. It's definitely something to think about, right? Especially the next time you find yourself turning on the lights late at night.